A Music Blog Guide. Chapter 1. There are many music blogs. artsjournal.com/ajblogs, lots of music blogs. Many people use ArtsJournal to create music blogs. Music blog websites at kali.org/en/arts/music/weblogs. Awesome Tapes from Africa.blogspot.com, Awesome Tapes from Africa, free MP3s for download from around the continent. BestTuna.blogspot.com, The Devil Has the Best Tuna, interesting pop and rock groups, new and old, that have not yet hit the radar of the music papers, magazines, or the British public. Biotic.blogspot.com, Black Sweater, White Cat, companion weblog for radio show of same name. Contains information on advances in music technology and music reviews. Blog.chrisroberry.com, From the Front of the Choir, thoughts and views from a freelance community choir leader in the UK, updated every Sunday. Blog.largeheartedboy.com, Largehearted Boy, keeps track of new releases in music and books with new MP3s every day. Bornbytheriver.blogspot.com, Born by the River, a weblog discussing indie music and includes audio samples. Boston.com/ae/music/blog, Boston Globe, sound effects, weblog kept at the Boston Globe covering music news, concert reviews and other ventures in popular music. Bridgingtheatlantic.blogspot.com, Bridging the Atlantic, indie music weblog with contributors based in Canada and the UK. Includes samples, playlists, and videos of new bands. brianstars.com, Brian Stars interviews, exclusive interviews, acoustic performances, music news. classicalconvert.com, Classical Convert, a beginner's guide to classical music, blogged by someone who switched at age 23. cmtedge.com, CMT Edge, news and commentary about country music by musicians and journalists. Maintained by Country Music Television. collaborativepiano.blogspot.com, the Collaborative Piano blog, lists resources for the collaborative piano field as well as musical activities by Royal Conservatory of Music faculty member Christopher Foley. countryradioclassics.com, Country Radio Classics, covers traditional and classic country western music and artists. crudcrud.blogspot.com, Crud, Scott Soriano visits various record stores searching for unusual material on LP. The entries detail the music from the album as well as brief backgrounds on the often obscure artists. Daytrotter.com, Daytrotter, site offers free downloads of live studio recordings of many up-and-coming indie artists/bands. Bands stop into the future Apple Tree Studio in Rock Island, IL to record 4 of their favorite songs. We publish a couple of sessions every week. Discobell.net, Discobell.net, based out of Sweden, the weblog receives music from DJs around the world and posts reviews and recommendations from those songs. The entries are based mostly around indie electronic music with journeys into the mainstream. fanoftheband.com, Fan of the Band, music news weblog posts are mostly about bands, with a section on American Idol. Germaniac.com/blog, Germaniac, features news about German bands, album releases, tour dates, and other related information. GrooveEffect.com, Groove Effect, a guide to urban style, music, and events, featuring men's and women's fashion guides, and artist pages. GuitarWorks.blogspot.com, GuitarWorks, beginning guitar courses, guitar resources, and regular updates on all aspects of guitar performance. Written in Singapore. GulfCoastBands.com, GulfCoastBands.com, local Gulf Coast bands networking site with local and national music news. Headphonesx.co.uk, Headphonesx, British MP3 weblog features weekly music contests, reviews, cover art, recommendations and links to other music blogs. Hyria.com, Hyria, indie music weblog offering song reviews, audio files and label coverage. HollowTreeStudios.blogspot.com, Hollow Tree, blogging on experimental music, accepts user submissions both online and via postal mail. I am sittinginearoom.blogspot.com. I am sitting in a room. Entries on, mostly, classical music kept by a Ph.D. student at the University of Cincinnati, College Conservatory of Music. iHeartPolyphony.blogspot.com, For the Love of Polyphony, covers grunge, rock, and indie music. Features album reviews as well. IndieRockCafe.com, Indie Rock Cafe, get daily music and reviews of indie and alternative rock, pop, folk, and electronic artists and bands, new albums releases and festival coverage. JazzAndBlues.blogspot.com, Jazz and Blues Music Reviews, a completely subjective weblog of music reviews covering mostly jazz and blues but branching out into other genres as well. JBreitling.blogspot.com, Clicky Clicky, based in Cambridge, Massachusetts, offers reviews, news and album reviews. KBDrecords.com, Killed by Death Records, kept in Sweden, entries cover American and European punk music with candid album reviews, track listings, cover art and MP3 files. LiveMusicBlog.com, Live Music Blog, an online publication covering live music, jam-ins, indie bands, concert reviews, CD reviews, DVD reviews, tour dates, news, and music downloads. LonelyNote.blogspot.com, The Lonely Note, music reviews and news by contributors with an eclectic appetite for all things rock and pop. MassCorporation.blogspot.com, Mr. Mass, offers audio samples, mixes, playlists, concert reviews, and events for the DJ audience. Music.forrobots.com, Music for Robots, features testimonials about unsigned and independent bands. Weblog includes a compilation CD which showcases selected artists. MusicalAssumptions.blogspot.com, Musical Assumptions, kept by composer and violist Elaine Fine. The weblog is focused around classical and jazz music. Features include musical lineage, rare instrument descriptions, and occasionally cooking. Musicology101.com, Chris Picks, entries and recommendations focusing primarily on rhythm and blues and hip-hop. Nightafternight.blogs.com, Night After Night, conspicuous consumption of music, live and otherwise, in New York City. Oboeinsight.com, Oboeinsight, double read weblog kept by professional oboist and educator Patricia Emerson Mitchell. Entries discuss repertoire, concerts, and job openings in the oboe community. Obscuresound.com, Obscure Sound, indie music weblog offering reviews, news and streaming audio of bands primarily in the US and UK. phfreshwater.blogspot.com, Freshwater, music editorial weblog. Music topics are discussed regardless of genre. Questions and comments are accepted and answered. pianostreet.com/blog, Piano Street, classical piano blog with interesting video pics, piano sheet music and piano-related news and articles. Politicalish.blogspot.com, long live emo rap, weblog covering electoral politics from a hip-hop perspective. Site also includes videos, clips, and links. Punkrockersunite.blogspot.com, Punk Rockers Unite, directory-style weblog covering over 130 bands in many styles but focusing heavily on punk music. RapWithanAttitude.blogspot.com, Hip-Hop Fanatic, weblog about the hip-hop culture and rappers, and DJs. Also includes reviews and new releases. RealCoolTime.com, Real Cool Time, DIO box selects music, videos, and MP3s. Site also has album reviews and newsletter. RealRockNews.com, Real Rock News, covers classic rock news and gossip. Site also includes classic rock search and links section. RichardSilverstein.com/category/folk world music, Tikkun Olam, MP3 weblog devoted to world music specifically focusing on Jewish and folk music. RockandPopcast.com, Rock and Popcast, MP3 weblog with streaming playlists for each entry. Sequenza21.com, Sequenza21, a weblog kept for the contemporary classical music community. Geared mostly towards composers, the site features a forum, listening room, and CD reviews of classical music. sfscene.blogspot.com, sfscene, coverage of the San Francisco dance music and gay club scenes. Including event and bar reviews, event listings, local artist downloads and occasional essays. sohothedog.blogspot.com, Soho the Dog, Boston music weblog kept by composer, pianist, and conductor Matthew Guriri. songsofjoe.blogspot.com, Songs of Joe, kept in Indonesia. The site offers reviews of popular Indonesian music with accompanying streaming audio files. souloverockandroll.com, The Soul of Rock and Roll, promotes and discusses music I like with the focus being on rock and roll, blues, folk, and classic rock. Promotes unknown artists to help them gain some recognition for their music. Stereogum.com, Stereogum, MP3s, music videos, concert reviews, tour dates and contests. Updated regularly. TheRestIsNoise.com, The Rest is Noise, articles and weblog kept by New Yorker music critic Alex Ross. xrrf.blogspot.com, No Rock and Roll Fun, popular music weblog offers commentary on current music news, upcoming major concerts and a list of sites offering MP3s for downloading. Entries date back to 2001. YoRapper.com, YoRapper, rap/urban news, album reviews with editorials and commentary. ZMEmusic.com, ZME Music, ZME Music offers mainstream news, reviews, and videos. Covers primarily pop and rock music. Also contains cover art. The best music blogs at audiohype.io/resources/best-music-blogs. allmusic.com/blog. Billboard.com. blog.reverbnation.com. complex.com/pigeons-and-planes. consequenceofsound.net. dancingastronaut.com. digitaltourbus.com. earmilk.com. edm.com. edmsauce.com. elevatormag.com. fluxblog.org. goldflakepaint.co.uk/posts. hiphopwired.com. hypebot.com. hypem.com/popular. indieshuffle.com. metalinjection.net. metalsucks.net. mixmag.net. music3point0.com. musicbusinessworldwide.com. neonmusic.co.uk. nme.com/blogs. pitchfork.com. playlistpush.com/blog. popjustice.com. popmatters.com. rap-up.com. rapradar.com. residentadvisor.net. rollingstone.com/music. runtheatrap.com. spin.com. stereofox.com. stereogum.com. thefader.com/music. theplayground.co.uk/blog. theunseinedguide.com/news. thisisrnb.com. thissungiisick.com. ufo-network.com. undertheradarmag.com. yourdem.com. noise.audiohype.io. Music blogs at detailed.com/music-blogs. 2dopeboyz.com. albumoftheyear.org/l/newsworthy. allhiphop.com. allmusic.com/blog. billboard.com. consequenceofsound.net/category/new-music. dancehallmag.com. dancingastronaut.com. drownedinsound.com/news. edm.com. edmsauce.com. ianmusic.co.uk. exclusiveaudio.net. faroutmagazine.co.uk. frontporchmusic.ca. guitaristnextdoor.com. hepopdx.com. hotanywiphop.com. Hypebot.com, Jombazi.com, live4ever.uk.com, livemusicblog.com, loudersound.com, ludwire.com, marlbank.net, musichistoblame.co.uk, musicmattersmedia.com, neonmusic.co.uk, nme.com, pitchfork.com, popjustice.com, primesound.org, re-sound.co.uk, residentadvisor.net, rocksoftmag.com, rollingstone.com/music, spin.com, stereogum.com, thatgrapejuice.net, the-shortlisted.co.uk, thefader.com, theguitarjunkie.com/blog, felonyofbestfit.com, tinymixtapes.com, youdiscovermusic.com, ultimateselassiecroc.com, wepluggoodmusic.com, whenthehornblows.com, xsnoweyes.com, yourdem.com, musicblogs from blog.feedspot.com/music_blogs, 2dopeboyz.com, acidstag.com, aipate.com, allmusic.com/blog, altpress.com, anrfactory.com, aquariumdrunkard.com, blackplastic.co.uk, blog.pandora.com, blog.reverbnation.com, blog.songtrust.com, bongmindsentertainment.com, brooklynvegan.com, californiarocker.com, canadianbeats.ca, chaosbin.com, consequenceofsound.net, concertini.com, coolaccidents.com, dancingastronaut.com, drownedinsound.com, drunkenwerewolf.com, earmilk.com, eartothegroundmusic.co, edm.com, edmidentity.com, edmsauce.com, electrobuzz.net, illicitmagazine.com/blog, eqmusicblog.com, essentialhouse.club, factmag.com, fashionably-early.com, festivalsherpa.com, fourtheloveofbands.com, grebellyhouse.com/category/music, highclouds.org, highonscore.com, hiphopwired.com, hitnija.com, indieshuffle.com, livemusicblog.com, louderthnwar.com/music, metalinjection.net, metalsucks.net, metalunderground.com, mtsmanagementgroup.com, musicallude.com, musiccanada.wordpress.com, muzkmagazine.com, neonmusic.co.uk, ng, nme.com, nme.com/blogs, npr.org/sections/allsongs, okplayer.com, okwaves.com, pigeonsandplanes.com, pitchfork.com, playlistpush.com/blog, popjustice.com, rap-up.com, rapradar.com, ratingsgamemusic.com, readyt.com/r/music, rhythmsteream.com, ridethetempo.com, arsjonline.com, runthetrap.com, saidthegramophone.com, sihnstudios.com, sliptysc.com, songexploder.net, songsofyour.com, soundcamps.com/blog, spin.com, stereogum.com, stories.guitaa.com, streamlinemusicblog.com, thefader.com/music, thegroovecartel.com, thelaniofbestfit.com, themusic.com.au, theplayground.co.uk, thewonderwhy.wixsite.com/website, tonedaf.com.au, topcitysound.com, youdiscovermusic.com, undertheradarmag.com, we'llwantsomeone.org, whothehell.net, yourdem.com, zambianmusicblog.co/category/latest, a list of music blog websites, a2f2a.com, allmusic.com, arjanrights.com, bardscrier.com/musicbiz, berkeleymusic.com/blogs, blog.iOUmusic.com, blog.soundarts.org, blog.wired.com/music, blogads.com/advertise/music_blog_network, blogothk.net/mp3, blogs-club.com/3-music-blog.html, blogsearchengine.com/category/music-blogs, blogsitelist.com/music.